Hello, friends. It's Sherry again. I am the author of The Lighthouse Guide, Love and Advice from a Fellow Human, and I'm popping on today to talk about big feelings. Recently, some dear friends lost their beloved father, and it has gotten me to thinking about how we as a society don't do particularly well at helping people navigate big feelings. And I'm talking specifically about feelings such as grief or anger or despair. And this inability to hold space for others' sometimes difficult feelings, um, it slops over into our gatekeeping how much joy people can express and under what circumstances. And the problem with this is that we are not allowing people to be authentically and fully human and emotional beings because we're made uncomfortable, perhaps, or we might have a responsive feeling that we don't enjoy, whether it's jealousy or um, or feeling called out. Maybe we were taught to be afraid of our big feelings and that expressing them would make waves or was considered rude. Or maybe the people that should have allowed space for those feelings in our lives were feeling deservedly called out by them. Whatever the reason, we are conditioned to modulate ourselves. And if you think of our range of expression of our emotions is the swinging of a pendulum, we are made to hold on to and grip our pendulum's swing to modulate and moderate it. But what happens when we do that is, yes, we we are expressing less of those difficult feelings that maybe someone might want to fix but feels powerless to fix. Whatever the reason they want you to or us to modulate ourselves and not express the full depth of those bad feelings. We're also holding that pendulum down from full expression of joy and happiness. So those people who are telling you to grieve less openly, to suck it up, or that you should make nice, they're asking you to be less than. And that's on them. And that's not fair. Because I'm here to tell you, they have their own feelings. But they're probably saying, well, I am dampening mine. You have to too. That's a lie. You don't have to. You shouldn't. Because here's the thing about pendulums. The higher it swings, the more velocity it'll get swinging the other way. So that when you have the capacity and allow yourself to feel the full depth of those big emotions of grief and anger, and you let go of your pendulum and don't seek to control it, you allow yourself the capacity to swing back over to joy. So if you're in the middle of planning a funeral and something makes you laugh, laugh. It'll feel good. Because those emotions exist at the same time sometimes. We don't have to compartmentalize them. We don't have to box them up and bury them. We can make space for them. If we're in the depths of grief, we can find joy simply by being held by someone who understands and makes space for us to weep on their shoulder. And I'm going to tell you, I've been both the griever and the hugger. And it feels so good being on either side. There's one more thing I'm going to share. And this may feel like a weird segue, but I'm going to go with it. Quick quote. In personal relationships and politics, remember, don't ever trade your voice for privilege or power. In the end, you will lose both. Your voice is your power. Collectively, our voices can change the world. If we think about who benefits from having us hold our own pendulums from swaying, we realize that only those who don't have our best interests at heart will benefit from us silencing ourselves and dampening our own full expression of our emotions. We have the right to express collective outrage. We have the right to celebrate when oppression ends. We can grieve for all of those who have sacrificed. We can grieve for our own loss of innocence. But in allowing ourselves the depth of those dark emotions, we are holding space for ourselves and each other for collective and individual joy. And I am here for that. I am holding space for that. So until next time, and in case you haven't heard, I am glad you were born. Take care.